Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this dialogue, and Roger Ebert knows about that, I would like to make a statement. And it is something I have reflected upon for many years in the frustration of seeing so many documentary films. And when you look at television, you probably have experienced a similar frustration. There's something ultimately and deeply wrong about concept of what constitutes fact and what constitutes truth in documentary cinema in particular. And very recently, traveling around a lot, I was jet-lagged, woke up a couple of times during the night. I tried to switch on television and it was all bad. So between 3 and 3:15 in the morning in Sicily, I wrote down quickly a manifesto which I would like to read to you. I would like to call it the Minnesota Declaration. Truth and Fact in Documentary Cinema, and it has the title Lessons of Darkness. And the lessons are numbered. 1. By dint of declaration, the so-called cinema verité is devoid of verité. It reaches a merely superficial truth, the truth of accountants. 2. One well-known representative of cinema verité declared publicly that truth can be easily found by taking a camera and trying to be honest. He resembles a night watchman at the Supreme Court who resents the amount of written law and legal procedures. For me, quote, he says, there should be only one single law: the bad guys should go to jail. Unfortunately, he is part right for most of the many, much of the time. 3. Cinema verité confounds fact and truth and thus plows only stones. And yet, facts sometimes have a strange and bizarre power that makes their inherent truth seem unbelievable. 4. Fact creates norms and truth illumination. 5. There are deeper strata of truth in cinema, and there is such a thing as poetic, ecstatic truth. It is mysterious and elusive and can be reached only through fabrication and imagination and stylization. 6. Filmmakers of cinema verité resemble tourists who take pictures amid ancient ruins of facts. 7. Tourism is sin and travel on foot virtue. 8. Each year at springtime, scores of people on snowmobiles crash through the melting ice on the lakes of Minnesota and drown. Pressure is mounting on the new governor to pass a protective law. He, the former wrestler and bodyguard, has the only sage answer to that. You can't legislate stupidity. 9. The gauntlet is hereby thrown down. 10. The moon is dull. Mother Nature doesn't call, doesn't speak to you, although a glacier eventually farts. And don't you listen to the song of life. 11. We ought to be grateful that the universe out there knows no smile. 12. Life in the oceans must be sheer hell, a vast, merciless hell of permanent and immediate danger. So much of a hell that during evolution some species, including man, crawled, fled onto some small continents of solid land where the lessons of darkness continue. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never had a majority on my side throughout my life. I wish you to adopt this as a Minnesota Declaration by acclamation. So, I have asked the Walker Art Center, who was kind enough to invite me with this kind of stuff, to distribute the text to you, because some of it, as a souvenir to this evening, which I enjoy a lot already. Thank you very much.